Hi guys, welcome to Drop the Talk, the podcast where we drop the talk about topics, trends, and trials of life. On this show, we keep it real and share our experiences, drop the top on topics that are less explored but no less relevant to both me and you watching. Today, we're going to be talking about something that is strongly, I believe, Malaysia is lacking, and I feel that Chuyang feels the same, which is service quality. But before we dive into that, we just want to take 10 seconds of silence, a moment of silence, to pay our respects to Chris Wee's dad, who recently passed. Shall we continue?
Yep, let's continue.
Okay, I'm your host, Bing, and with me I have Chuyang. And I think, again, because both of our backgrounds are in hospitality, this is something also very close to heart for both of us. Would you agree, Chuyang?
Totally. We have spent years of our life on this, and to see it not really come to life yet
Yes.
is disheartening, right?
I remember working overseas and then coming back to Malaysia and I felt like, why is Malaysia still like that? Why is our quality service still like this? And I felt even in the Chinese restaurant overseas had such higher level of quality as compared to some of the fine dining restaurants here.
Yep, same thing. I came back, I was like, why everything like this one? Why there's no passion?
There's no attentiveness, there's no service. It is, excuse me, can you service me? There's no, oh, let me service you. No.
Yeah, like I think all the professional degrees, everything also same, like professional education and stuff. Talking about doctor, lawyers, engineers and stuff like that. Once you see that much, then you come back, then you see, and in 80% of the things you see, there's only that much that exists. It really irks you. Why?
That's actually very true. It is like how when we do a presentation, we're like, oh, okay, everything has to be perfect. And but then in the real life, it's like, I can't one lah. Okay, you have like 70%, can. Correct. They don't care one.
Table, Excel, screenshot.
Correct. Then I was like, we cannot present this. Can one. We don't have so much time to spend on all these things. We have to make money elsewhere.
Yay.
Real world. Okay, good to know.
Okay. Sure.
Yes.
What to do? It's like that, lor. Yeah.
So Chuyang, having a store, drop the top, do you instill the quality that you have learned from Switzerland, from your La Roche days into the
La Roche. Have I instilled any La Roche in my people?
in your people, yeah.
Yes and no. Partially. I think they only scratch the surface of what can really be possible with excellent hospitality. We do it sometimes. We
What do you mean by sometimes? What nonsense is this? What sometimes your La Roche will be disappointed?
not enough in the ocean. Sometimes, as in when the team is firing on all cylinders, there's someone there leading them, there's someone there guiding them, giving instruction, i.e., me identifying this. Okay, you do this. Okay, you do this. Okay, you do that. Then it will generate that kind of ambiance, that kind of service atmosphere.
You need to push. It's still not a machine.
Yes.
A well-oiled machine. Okay.
You still need to, tekan the throttle a bit. Yeah, ease in the throttle. Then okay lah. But other than that, I think majority of the time, I feel like in a majority of the places, without that orchestrator, it doesn't really happen.
Actually, quite true. It's like, oh, boss here, work. Boss not here.
What does boss want normally? Then and everything very smooth.
Understand.
Then when boss not here, it's like, okay, let's take it chill.
True.
Yeah. So our Malaysian normal state is just very chill.
It is do it for the
Without
sake of doing
push.
it. It's not I want to do it, I want to bring value. It is I do it, boss can see I get money and that's it. You don't put your heart into it.
So that tells me like the essence of hospitality is not really ingrained into most workplaces, including mine. Yeah, they're not built on that.
Okay. Then
It's not a requirement.
do you get frustrated? Like do you like
Of course,
stop lah.
of course, I get so frustrated. When I really saw that things were working very well is when I worked in W Hong Kong. And in W Hong Kong, we had a role called the W Insider.
Okay.
So this is like the coolest job in the world. If you like this brand called W, if you haven't heard of it, it's a 5-star hotel that is contemporary.
Okay.
They cater for young generation. They are upbeat. They are more casual. They play club music in their lobby. They serve you champagne willy-nilly. That kind of like very young, very cool kind of hotel. Then W Insider is a role in this hotel. Their sole purpose is to talk to guests.
Okay.
It's like a super advanced customer service. You are the ambassador for the hotel. You greet guests, you check them in. Of course, you do the normal, hi, how are you doing? Stuff like that.
Yes.
But at the same time, you understand your guests on a deeper level. Then you see, what business they're in, or what they do in their free time. Then you consolidate all this information that normally is not accessible to just the front line. You feed this information to your back of house. Your back of house is supposed to act on this information.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, so you're a photographer. Oh, can you show me your works? Award winning.
Recommend you to go and visit this place. Oh, this is very good. Oh, I've come up with the list. Yes.
Yes, you're a foodie. Okay, these are the top restaurants near our hotel within the 10-minute MRT trip. It is such a good role, but such a flexible role.
I think that role would be quite difficult in Malaysia, to be honest. Cause even for me, whenever I go to a shopping mall or whatever, I'm like, please don't kacau me, please don't kacau me, please don't talk to me, don't ask me what I want. I just come in, look, I also don't know what. So yeah. I think it's very different type of market that we have here in Malaysia as well.
Yes, correct. It's a much more conservative market lah.
Correct.
And as a result, it's much harder to push both people working with you who are also conservative.
True.
To really be that kind of like outgoing, that kind of expressive, that kind of I lead my guests, I lead my clients instead of my clients take me by the nose and pull me everywhere. Much different mindset.
So how do you uphold this service quality in Drop the Talk? Do you even uphold this service quality in Drop the Talk?
We cannot uphold for every single customer, but we try to do it for 99% of customers.
Like your the delivery of which car was it? Boxster.
The 992 Cabriolet.
I think that was amazing based on the photos that you shared on your Instagram. If I ever was in that position, I'm like, wow, I'll call my friends, I call my family, like, hey, party time, I go collect car.
I'll put a link to the video in the description of this video. So that video will be up soon, basically. And it's a very special delivery that we did for our customers, our client. So this client is not a first-time client. We know this client quite well. And previously, he bought a Cayenne Turbo from us.
Okay.
So he's a second time client, basically. And actually, it was quite a coincidence because the son of this client was my high school mate. And I didn't know. Because I didn't know his father, ma. The father know my father only. I know him only. And then only, I think last year when he came over, because of that, I think both our families got quite close. Okay. And by pure chance and coincidence, we went to the same restaurant on a few occasions. So this is okay. So this is how service can be extremely flexible. I met him not in a professional workplace, but in a restaurant that I ate at. Simple restaurant, not fine dining, not anything, just simple restaurant that our family likes to visit. Then from there, we kind of know, oh, so their family likes this kind of food also. Just take note, lor. Then during the delivery, he told us a few of our family members are coming over also. So it takes quite a effort to coordinate all this lah. So to provide some context to all of you who didn't watch the video yet, basically there's a 992 delivery for this customer that we know. This 992 is, I think, to our eyes, the first in Malaysia where it's a 992 cabriolet in a beautiful spec, absolutely beautiful spec. He bought it, and during the delivery, we did something special for him. We curated a full canapé menu for him. We curated a champagne specifically to pair with this canapé menu, and we set up the whole environment. We served a corner for him and his family, planned the time, everything according to his arrival time. And if you guys didn't know, Indians have a culture of being very specific with their timing because they think it's good luck. They need to consult a temple or a religious figure, basically the monks in the temple, the Indian monks in the temple, to give them a timing of this is a prosperous time to commit financially for business decisions, or this is a prosperous time to take a new car or new asset. Yeah, they have this kind of culture.
A very Chinese type also.
Yeah, surprisingly, they have this kind of culture. They have to calculate, and then be according to that.
Okay.
Yeah. So very interesting for me also. Okay, since he put such an emphasis on this, he put such a respect for this tradition he has in his family and the religion and the culture.
Yep.
Let's do him one up.
Nice.
We don't do basic, we go all out.
Nice.
So the food, everything we curate, even down to the canapé food pairing.
Yep.
Straight away, I kind of guess his taste lah, because we've ate at the same restaurants before. I know his son. I know what his son likes to eat roughly.
Yep.
Then from there, use a little bit of my F&B experience. Like basically, I like to eat food, and my hospitality, that kind of sense. We plan the food for him, plan the menu for him, and plan everything for him. He just has to come, be surprised, drink, eat, be happy, take the car, and go on his way.
Yep.
So that was our best so far.
Is that the only delivery where you went so far-fetched for?
Yes, it was the one that we went all out for. We know him and he coordinates with us. It's not easy to do for every customer. We were planning to do this for every customer, but it's not feasible. Because, for example, what are you going to do when it's one person? Just, I need to go for meeting later. I come, I sign everything, I take card and I leave.
Okay.
It doesn't fit every scenario.
But you can start this delivery trend where they know like, I'm going to collect my car from Drop the Top, Cars and Copy. Okay, I have to allocate like 1 or 2 hours because this will all be prepared. Yeah, that would be nice. Oh my gosh, so excited.
We're doing that on a small scale. So it comes compulsory with every delivery. If the customer has time, let us know ahead of time.
Nice.
Even now, we ask our customers, are you going to be in a rush during the delivery, or are you just going to take it and leave? Okay. If you have time, we'd like to invite you over and just chit chat with us a while, enjoy the environment, enjoy your car, then go about it. We are doing this before then already. Yeah. So they usually get a special selection coffee of the day, or if they are not coffee drinkers, we can brew them artisanal matcha to pair with our cafe signature French toast. We curate a little bit, add a little bit more ingredients. Then it's something as a step up already, a few steps up from normal car deliveries. Okay. But every chance we get, we're just trying to push it.
Nice. That's good. And I love the fact that because you deliver a Drop the Top, you use that Drop the Top as a gimmick for the delivery. I think that was so nice.
Hey, down to the color of the balloon we plan also, okay?
Really? Hey, I think next time your balloon you should have like a Drop the Top thing, your Cars and Copy thing. Wow, that would be so nice, man. Really? I think next time your balloon you should have like a Drop the Top thing, your Cars and Copy thing. Wow, that would be so nice, man. So you're planning to do this for the future deliveries, I'm guessing?
Yes, of course. If the customer has more time, wants to spend more with us, wants to share more with us, and if it's a good customer, of course, we try to do this for everyone.
So that is only during delivery. What about your day-to-day operations? How do you instill?
Hard, man.
Yeah, how do you instill this type of service quality for day-to-day operations?
Hard.
Really?
Honestly, you need new people in for our case.
I feel like, and I'm so sorry to say this, I'm so sorry to the people listening, whether I might get a bit of hate, but I honestly think it's not difficult to up the service level in Malaysia.
It is not.
You just really have to be a little, you don't even have to be like one step forward, just a little bit attentive, a little bit of attention, and yeah, you're good to go. A little bit more extroverted, say good morning first, smile, be courteous, and yeah, I feel like it's not difficult lah.
It is not. The version of you that's in your personal life, you need to put it down, set it aside. Then when you go into work, you put on the work side of you.
Yes, understand.
Yeah. Then a lot of people here cannot do that because they kind of interlink their personal and their professional.
I think it depends on the job as well.
Correct. Yeah, depends on the job itself. But I expect that from all of my frontline.
Okay.
If my administrative staff, my accountant, stuff like that, they don't do that, I'm okay.
That is actually professionalism. It's really like, okay, you know what? I had a bad day before I came to work, but that's my personal thing. I have to be on the ball. I have to come and be like, hi, good morning, how can I help you today?
Yeah.
Very true.
You need more of that pop in your communication.
Correct.
Yeah, as I was saying, you need more fresh young people in the company for our case lah. Because specific to car industry, this type of service has not proven to them to be immensely effective. It's not a necessity for them to earn their rice bowl.
Okay. Actually, that's very true. I like coming from my own experience. For example, a courier service. They could be the cheapest courier service, like cheaper by 5 ringgit. Terrible service, but will I go back to them? Yes. Why? Because they're cheaper. By 5 ringgit, but their service sucks like hell, but I would still go back to them because they're cheap. And I think because of our Malaysian currency, how much we're earning, their GDP, everything that has to do with our rice bowl, it is because of that we don't have the option to choose whether we want better service and pay a little bit more, because for us, or even at where I am right now, I'm always focusing on the financial aspect first, then only the service. Whereas for example in Europe, they can focus on the service and they have the option to choose, instead of saying never mind lah, here good food cheap can, I don't really care about the service.
The price sensitivity is because of the income versus inflation versus expenses kind of ratio.
Correct.
Yeah, it's a whole economic issue as well. Not only is it individual service level.
Yep.
But when you think of it, has it ever stopped anyone from buying something they really want?
But
Yes, not really.
But the percentage of people who have the option to is very different compared to the people in Europe. I think people in Europe, for example, I always use the example of a cashier, because I'm like, wow, cashier, we think in Malaysia how much can cashiers earn, but in Europe they actually earn quite a decent salary, and they have the option to choose whether they want to go to which restaurant to eat, and depending on the service level of the restaurant. And honestly, overseas, whenever you go to any restaurant, you will get more or less similar service, which is actually very good already one. Even Chinese restaurants, they give very good service, and because everyone's service standards are quite high, it's very competitive actually.
Yes. Competition of course has a role to play in this also lah. When you cannot fight on price anymore, and when you costed down your business to be the limit already, and your quality is maximized already, what else can you fight on?
Correct.
Service law.
So they have nothing else to fix. Food is good, Price
Good.
is good. So all of this is okay. So the only thing that they have left to be better than your competitors is service.
Yes.
But in Malaysia, that's not the case.
Yes, we still have lots to maximize in terms of cost, in terms of the product quality and stuff lah. So I think most of us are, or at least most business owners are still trying to find ways to cost down or to improve the quality. True. Rather than go to the last aspect where it's improve my service. True. I think that's the last thing, because it's the most difficult thing to train. It's the most difficult thing to improve. Really? It is. Whenever you put power into other people to improve a certain thing, that is when it's most difficult. Why? Improving cost is easy. Switch supplier only ma. Yeah. Change trade route only ma. Yeah. Change this only ma. Change contract only ma. Change that. Sure. It's all, once you set, it's auto run. Okay. And quality also same. Follow this SOP only ma. Yeah. Import these ingredients only ma. Get from this supplier only ma. Change this only ma. Change that only ma. So once you change, it's static already. Yeah. It's fixed. Yeah. For at least a medium length of time. Yeah. Service is every day, every single customer, every interaction. And it's very subjective. It has to play with emotions and perception. Give SOP, die also. True. You don't give SOP, you die also. Yes. For example, even when you, like for me, I go into a sushi restaurant and then they will say "Hasamase," and then it's like you you feel like they're dying already. Just like, what are they saying? Then I'm like, okay. And then we can feel they don't like, they're not happy being there. They're so tired. They're so overworked. They're just like, they don't like it. Yeah, you see, from the smallest thing you can tell. And actually, you bring up a very, very good point, which is you go into a restaurant, the welcome. Yes. Right? You see, you notice how you bring up that as the first thing. It's the first thing, right? We've been taught. Yes. It's been ingrained to us. It's the first thing. If you don't do this first thing well, how are you going to do other things well? Correct. It's like, "Rajamase." Yeah, until now I don't know what's the actual word. Yeah. Yeah. What's that? What language is that? What are you saying? And then I'm just like, oh, okay. It's a simple things to, for example, opening the door, saying, hi, good morning, welcome. Hi, my welcome. It's the simple intonations, how you speak, how you present yourself. Like we were taught the first impression, the first 3 seconds when people look at you matter the most. So we are always dressed to impress. It's that intention during such a critical moment. Yes. You know how long I've been training my staff to say hello, welcome to people that come into the store? 3 years. And still cannot? 3 years. Is it that difficult? Still 50-50. Why? I'm very curious. Why? For me, I think it is an older generation thing where it's like, I don't know, if they've been living their whole life without this culture and they've been making a living, feeding their family with this culture, why this kid come in and say, I must say hello, welcome, then I must say hello, welcome? I think it's also, like you said, I think this point very important, culture. Do you realize when we were studying overseas that if you walk on the road and it's a small town, people will say hi to each other, even if you don't know each other. You'll be like, oh yeah, correct. Morning. But you come back here, and if you're at the park in a small neighborhood, you do the same thing. People will look at you like, what the heck? I don't know you. Why are you talking to me? Crazy. Yes. Are they robbing me? Yes. Do you want to sell me insurance? Yes. So when you are brought up in this type of environment and you are taught to approach people first, you definitely will feel damn weird. And I think we are okay with doing it because we were surrounded by people who did it as well. It's the environment. And also we've been taught to lah. It's been, ingrained to us already. Yeah, but but if someone teach you and you're the only one doing it, also you feel like, I'm this idiot doing it. But if everyone around you is like happily doing it, you're like, oh, okay, this is normal. Yes. People don't want to be the only one doing it. Guys, we were going to classes in suits and ties and scarves, okay? Every day we had to wear blazer lah, we had to wear scarf, we had to do our hair nicely, everything. Yeah. But it was normal to us. Yeah. But if you go to any other course, like t-shirt and jeans enough already. Hoodie.
Yeah.
sweatpants,
Yes. Yes.
chill life.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
not to us.
Correct.
So we've been at the lowest level of serving, which is stewarding, cleaning, scooping stuff from the buffet to give to people. So this is like hello, welcome, how may I help you? This is like
Yeah.
easy.
I think what I really appreciate in hospitality is you learn how to grow thick skin. Whereby, yeah, I'm cleaning your plate. It's my job and I'm happy to do it because this is the service I am providing. But in Malaysia, you are so looked down upon. You're like, yeah, why you collect dirty plates one?
End of the day, back to customer ma. This mindset is always there. I'm washing the plate, right? Cleaning the plate, disinfecting the plate in, of course, COVID-19 lah. Disinfect everything already. Who gets to enjoy? Of course, not me. Next customer.
Yes, yes,
I will make the next person happy.
yes, yes.
Whoever I'm doing this for, the next person will get to enjoy it.
Yep, yep.
So yeah, that's the mindset that hospitality students take
Mm.
instead of like, "Ayo, why I clean this plate? I get paid so little only. This and that lah."
Yes, and more mean like, huh? You want me to sweep the floor? You want me to mop the floor? I go wash toilet ah. Hey, please. Last time we wash, we do everything, okay?
Yeah, we clean all the shit.
Yeah.
Work in a bar, you clean the vomit,
Yes,
everything ah.
everything.
There's no human feces or excretion that we haven't touched before. Let's just put it that way.
Yes, so yeah, I think it's because it's through that training also that we have become so used to it also lah. I feel. So so how do you train service quality?
Very difficult. You need to be there every day. At least for me, the first few months you have to be there every day, leading and guiding, so that your team has an example to reference upon.
How long?
Because everyone's interpretation is different, and how long is up to their speed of absorption, how fast they adapt to your culture.
I always found it very weird. It's like, yeah, okay, they come in, you say good morning. Very difficult, meh? If you give me like some admaths problem now, I will probably be like, yeah, to me, I probably take 3 years to understand also. But saying good morning, to me, is very straightforward. It's like, yeah, just say good morning lah. The worst that could happen is you tak ada marwah lah. Apparently, you just like no face lah. But it's not like, oh, how do I solve this equation?
Yeah, it's not hard. It's like people walk in, greet.
Yeah.
And this is only the greeting phase. It's not even to the Tai Chi phase where it's like, oh, customer want this, but you don't have, how you going to Tai Chi them to other things? Or customer want this, how are you going to introduce where you're working as? I feel like, okay, this is one thing W Insider does very well. Oh yeah, I know our company, W, we have a spa here. Are you feeling tired? Oh, I can always give you a 15% discount for your next visit to the spa.
Yeah.
And here is like, I've never felt anyone do that at all. No one has introduced another service except for the main thing that they are known for.
Yeah.
No one has done that to me ever. So that just proves to me how difficult it is if I want to get an ambassador into drop the top, right? Yeah. Oh, are you looking for cars or coffee today? Oh, coffee, okay. Oh, we have this fantastic single origin today.
Yeah.
Oh, looking for cars? Oh, this is our latest selection of cabriolets, starting from the Miata, going up to the. Look, it's so difficult to have one person that understands the full package. It's one of my goals to have a barista one day sell a car. It's one of my goals. I want to train them to that level where they can build such a communication and such a relationship with their customer that, yeah, I know, it's okay. You don't need to order. I know what you like today. You always come for filter coffee. I have this fantastic single origin that just came in. I can brew it for you just the way you like. Serve. Oh yeah. By the way, here's a cake on the house. We just baked it in house. Please enjoy. It's on the house. It's my treat for you today.
Yep.
Then ask them, how's your car doing? Oh, do you need any servicing for your car? Oh, service deal. Okay, no worries. I can arrange for you. Oh, you're actually looking to sell a car. No worries. I can arrange for you. Oh, you're looking for a new job to top. I can arrange for you. No problem. Just tell me what you like roughly, I'll get someone else to serve you. It's my goal. I've been trying so hard to push that.
Wait,
Wow.
I realize one of the problems that might be a little like even more challenging here is Asians are very conservative. So if you go and
Yes,
speak to
super.
someone, they might not even give you the information that you require to continue the conversation. It's like, are you selling a car? No. Then do you like his coffee?
Then,
No.
well,
Yeah. That's it.
yeah.
Like, oh,
Two
there's
way.
correct. It's there's no continuity. Like, oh no, I don't like filter coffee. I prefer this type of coffee. Then you'll be like, oh, okay, I have something to offer. But if it's a one word answer or it's a very dead end answer, then I think it's very difficult for the other party to reciprocate and make the conversation continue and flow in that manner as well.
Yeah. So the service needs to be really on their toes. How are they going to get the unlock for this customer? Is it by saying very technical things, or is it by playing to the emotional card?
True.
It's very flexible one. It's EQ. It's
Yeah,
EQ.
yeah, I think a lot of these things is based on experience as well. You can't really teach, but to want to learn, you can observe. You go to any cafe, you sit down, you observe people, observe how they sit, observe how they interact, observe how they move, whether when they like something, how their body movement is like, they don't like something, they will be more reserved. There are certain cues that naturally your body would react to, and it's very true. It's not oh, if they do this confirm it's like that. No, it's a very natural thing that you can pick up, I feel.
Yeah, it's a sense as well. It's a sense. It's an EQ sense. So recently, about training, right? One last point is that I'm going to implement something soon this year,
Okay.
which is related to service, related to customer relationship.
Mhm.
So normally, traditionally, customer relationship is like something either we put into the file, write down notes and stuff, right? If there is a, or it just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
One of two possibilities. I'm going to implement something that I stole from Table and Apron. Table and Apron is a restaurant in KL area. KL, I'm from Penang, so I don't know which KL it is. Is it the PJ or Selangor or whatever? It's just KL to me. So Table and Apron is a fantastic restaurant that I have yet the chance to visit. And they have this black book.
Okay.
So this black book, anyone can write in this black book. And basically, if you have any stories at all, you write it into this book. So, for example, a customer might come in, he was trying out this new item in our cafe. He was very happy with it. Okay, write down. Mr. If you know his name, write his name. Let's say Mr. Lim with the black shirt, quite tall, short hair with glasses, liked our French toast. He brought his daughter over. Who had a chat with him. He seemed quite happy. Write it in there. Then next person write something new inside. Next person write the experience inside. Next person write the experiences inside. Then over time, for example, if Mr. Lim went to overseas and came back, oh, Mr. Lim went to overseas and came back after 2 months. We welcome him back by da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There's such a romance to writing this kind of little stories in a book and the service experience and how the customer feels and what you did. There's such a romance to it.
But isn't that like front office where
Basically.
kan it is, oh okay, this Mr. Ang. Mr. Ang comes from drop the top dealership, and so it's related to cars. He likes cars, he likes watches, or maybe when he comes, then then let's say you check out, then when you check back in, I look back at your profile, oh, this is what happened, oh, there's a show on cars and this I can, yeah. Is these little details that is not difficult to do and that will leave a very lasting impression in your customer's mind.
That's something I want to implement so bad, but wait till the pieces are there, then
Why black book though? Why not computerize it? Isn't it easier to find if you computerize it?
I think it has to do with digital to and analog.
Okay.
digital is, of course, it's colder. It doesn't feel as emotionally invested.
I resonate with you completely, but in a business standpoint, I feel
Yeah,
it's easier to digitalize it.
yeah, it is. It's much easier to digitalize. There's, hotel system. I'm sure you're familiar. Opera.
Yeah.
Opera has all this inside already. So
Okay.
yeah, there's a romance there to writing.
Yes.
And I don't want just one person to key in. I want the whole team to physically see that there's a book for this.
Could be your unique selling point for whatever business that you have also. I think that's very I think that's very good. I wait the day that is successfully implemented.
Thank you, Table and Apron. I stole that from you. Completely just copy and paste.
Speaking about this, right? Have you ever had any bad reviews? I'm pretty sure got
A
one lah.
lot.
Huh, serious ah?
A lot.
So how do you overcome it? What do you do? Do you reply to all of them? Do you call them? Do you ask further? What is the damage control that you would do as a store owner?
So service recovery for us, the definition is something that you do after service has went wrong or you upset a customer. It's easy as that. So our service recovery starts, of course, once, for example, we get online reviews. It's not as positive. It paints us in a bad picture. First, we need to know where this customer is coming from. We compile the information from there. We get in touch with our on-the-ground team, the operations team that serve them. So it translates to the barista that brewed their coffee, or the administrative staff that did their insurance and road tax, or the service advisor that organized their repair order for the car or service order for the car.
Yep.
Then from there, we ask them how was the experience, how was customer feeling, do you think he felt good or bad, or what happened specifically, any hiccups. So we understand from our team first.
Yep.
We don't doubt our team first. We understand from our team's perspective first.
Alright.
Then we get information from the customer by taking things, of course, offline lah. Don't online argue this and that lah. Just get their information, get their contact number, then call them offline verbally. That is the best way to solve. Because writing, a lot of things can be lost in translation. A lot of words can be misused, causing other people to interpret wrongly, interpret the tone wrongly. So when you call, it's much easier to settle.
Yep.
You call them, you ask them what's wrong, anything I can do for you in order to be better, then invite them over to the store the next time. And when you invite them over, one key thing is to let your team know that they are coming over so they can prepare. Otherwise, your team unprepared, they come over, they leave you another bad review. Second time, invite me over, waste my time, your team not prepared, It's like, you just like fall down and die.
So do you implement this?
Yes.
That's good.
So of course we need to know where we went wrong. If it's something really our fault, then we recover that. We do it back, and plus a little bit of extra for them.
Yeah.
That can be in extra attentiveness, free a little bit complimentary stuff, or treat them at the cafe. Something just to make them sayang them a bit lah.
Yeah, I feel as, let's say, cause in hospitality we start off as the staff, then we become supervisor level, then managerial level. So as a manager, you will always need to show your staff that you are on their side even though they fucked up. You must always give them time for them to explain themselves. That's why, like, even you mentioned that ask your internal team first what happened, then you get the story, and then slowly you find out where it might go wrong, then you talk to the customer, and then once you get the stories from both sides, bring them together, and then you decide, okay, what's your action forward. And then when you decide this, you make sure that your subordinates are in the planning together with you so that they can also learn. And I think as an employee or whatever it is, for me lah, personally, I like to be part of the process, and I like to know where I fucked up, if I did fuck up. Or it really could be, I'm sorry, but customer is not always right. We like to make it seem that way, but sometimes customers are assholes also. And when customers are
Yeah.
assholes, that is when I will stand up for my team. I'll be like, I'm sorry, but you are
Yeah.
being very rude. And then they can go, oh, customer's always right. I'm sorry, but no. You cannot be rude to my
Yeah.
team. And I feel that you always have to
Yes.
show that you have your team's back, and from
Yeah.
there they want to learn. But of course, this ideal
That is
situation
very
lah,
important.
That is very important. To let your team know you are an objective you are an objective person in managing crisis.
Yes.
Because if everything customer right, then basically every crisis you will have to sack one person.
Yeah,
It's not feasible. It's not feasible, and it's not right for your team also.
Yep.
If your team really fucked up, then what we did when our team really fucked up is we bring our team member out to apologize to the customer.
Yeah.
And show them this is our learning outcome from this experience. I'm sorry this had to happen to you. It won't happen again. But what we learned from this is this, and we've taken extra precaution for everything else.
Yes, I think as human beings, we are more accepting if we see that something is being done, or we know like, oh, okay, we apologize and we know that we fucked up and what we are going to do in the future. But of course, you also have customers like, no, this is unacceptable. I cannot. How can these people? Of course lah, you know.
I share with you a story. One it happened recently only from one of our after sales center. Then our after sales center, basically this customer came in for a claim. Let's just say customer A lah. Customer A came in for a claim of our warranty part. Then he came in for the claim, and he himself did not come. He asked the wife to come, the missus. So Mrs. Customer A came to do the warranty claim, etc. So claim, part taken, done, take the car back lor. Right. Then after 1 month or 2 months, you feel like, why my tire cracked? Then why this happened? Then why that happened? Because customer A thought he was claiming and at the same time doing a regular service maintenance.
Okay.
But customer A's wife did not mention, and it didn't pop up in the car that it was due for service.
Yep.
Therefore, after when the tire felt a little bit not in nice condition already, the battery charge was a little bit low, then this customer wrote a very nasty Facebook review for us. Didn't do properly, how to uphold premium brand like this, how you train your staff. So kind of like in that tone talking to us, so we're like, whoa, what happened? So serious, man?
It's really like, huh? What I do? Like dumbfounded.
Blindsided.
Yeah.
Totally blindsided. Then we're like, okay, fine.
Find out this customer, call him, ask the service manager to just call him immediately, get his car in, solve the issue first. Don't argue first. Don't justify first. Don't do anything first. Solve the issue immediately. And when the customer comes to collect his car, let the customer check if the car is in the condition he expects. If it is, then only you start justifying yourself.
Okay.
Oh, so this is what we've done. I think there's been some miscommunication. This is the evidence from last time that says your car has only been coming in for this claim. No one has told us to do any maintenance service, and at the same time, your car is not due for maintenance and service yet.
Yep.
Then we had this conversation recently only, so it's very fresh in my mind. Then the customer was very understanding. He said, I think the misunderstanding might have been that I asked my wife to take the car, and in the end, when I double confirm with her, she thought the claim equals service or claim will include service within it.
Yeah.
So I was quite pissed. I was emotional. I was very upset. Then I posted the review like that, lor. So he himself understand that okay, the situation like this. I misunderstood you and miscommunicated from my side. I'm sorry. He even apologized. He's very kind. In the end, this is one of our very, very kind customers also. He apologized and he took down the review.
That's nice. I feel with reviews now, which are sometimes a little bit too overrated, everyone just goes back to reviews like, I write bad review. But coming from like a customer's point of view, I would really check and do my research before I actually write a review. And whenever I write a review, it's either it's damn good or damn bad. Usually when it's in the middle, I don't do any reviews. When it's really bad and it takes up a lot of my time and I try to solve the problem and I cannot solve the problem, I try to call customer service. When that happens, then only I will write a review. I don't think it's justified when you get bad service but you don't confront the service provider regarding this bad service. You immediately jump to a conclusion. You don't even try to fix it, or you don't even give an opportunity to this brand or to this store to try and fix the problem. I think I think that is just unacceptable.
Yes.
You must always
You
give
need
an
to
opportunity.
confront.
Yes.
You need to let them learn because no business is created perfect.
And sometimes they don't know.
SME, corporate, they don't know. We don't know everything. Information is not a perfect translation from every and each person.
Yeah.
Then if a lot of times, right, me and Sean Liu agree on this. So whenever we go to a bad restaurant or like a restaurant that we would like to try, and then we see that they're doing something good, we see that there's potential there, and turns out service was bad. Turns out food was shit. So we try to posture our review and write it in a way that it is sent directly to the business owner. If we know them, of course. If we don't know them, then we have to ask the staff, see how friendly the staff is. So if we directly know the owner, we send this what's good, this what's bad. It's not that I will not ever come back again. It's like I want you to improve on this.
Yes.
So if everyone can give feedback like this constructively, accurately, I think the industry will be very, very different from how it is today.
Coming back to Malaysians, I think Malaysians are people who don't like confrontation and who cannot take constructive criticism and don't understand what constructive criticism is. So I think we both agree that both of us are very confrontational people, and we're like we don't waste time, we go straight to the point. And being constructive and giving criticism at the same time, it is basically saying, oh, this is wrong, or this is what I do not like, I feel that it could be better this way. A criticism is saying that your face damn ugly.
This is bad.
Yes.
Bad.
Constructive criticism is your face damn ugly because you have a unibrow, I think you should go plug your unibrow. That's constructive criticism when there's an action in plan.
Yeah. There's a proper reasoning, there's a proper solution or proposed solution. Then your solution, you as a host or as a business owner, you don't need to take one. You filter this is the problem, I can solve it another way, you solve it another way .
Or you feel like I don't think that is the problem, or I think this customer is being reasonable.
Then don't know. Then when the 1,000th customer feedback to you the same thing, then you agak have to know .
Correct. Then you're like, okay, maybe my fault maybe I'm doing something wrong.
Right?
Yes, of course. But yeah. I think a lot of things have to do with Malaysian mentality also, and
it's the culture.
It is.
We have a lot of good things, but a lot of things also escalated because of our small little things that we cannot get over.
Yeah, so I think recently one of the things that I've come to understand is that hospitality people don't have a lot of egoistic tendencies. In a way, because we were trained ever since uni times that wash plates nothing wrong with I'm in dishwasher today, I clean toilet today. We do all these things, and because all of us take turns to do all this, we are not looked or frowned down upon. Whereas in Malaysia, automatically if you do that kind of thing, you're like, this another low level. Correct.
I look up.
Yes, correct. And then you start to have these levels for segregation, which I don't like. And this is very obvious. Yes, and this is very obvious.
I am this, therefore I cannot.
Yes, and I feel this is very obvious whenever you go to condos and there are guards there, and some of the guards, they cannot really speak English or Malay very well, and as Malaysians, we're not even patient enough. We immediately judge them and we immediately get angry with them. We immediately scold them, get frustrated, and I think it's just bad lah. It's just terrible, and we just sometimes I just feel we have to be more empathetic to whatever that is going on.
Yeah, totally. You know how many times I clean pee stains from my toilet, shit stains as well. Don't even mention about the pee stains that are all over the floor. And then some people pick their nose and put under the table. You think we don't know? We clean that too. This is stuff that quote unquote people think leaders shouldn't do, or bosses shouldn't do, or managers shouldn't do, or supervisors shouldn't do. No, it's like you see it, you have to just act.
You lead by example. You
don't care what your role is.
Right. Yeah, Malaysia has this very bad tendency where, no, not we don't do this. They will do it one. Don't worry, this one we don't need to do. That's how can you?
Yeah.
It's I really feel the differences in the levels. Like, oh, this type of work we don't do one. This type of work they will do one. Why can't we do it together? No, you don't do. Like, okay.
Right.
And I didn't
You
like
take
that.
ownership of the entire
Yeah.
team,
Yeah, I
not only your role.
correct. Yeah, I don't like that lah. I think that very long we talk very long
Really?
Yes. We talk
Oh
very
damn. Okay.
Now this is a topic that is very close to heart to both of us because I think
Hello.
similar passions and similar outlooks to what we feel
Hello.
industry should be like in Malaysia.
Hello. And I think we share a lot of key advice or like actionable steps
Yes.
that we learned in our hospitality days, or like referring to other
Correct.
people in the industry that really can just take, copy, paste, and use.
True.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm passing it over to you, Chuya, for our next.
Okay. So before we go into drop the talk, I'd just like to give a shout out to Evo Aperto, which means to open in Italian. Why is it named that? Because they just recently had their cabriolet or convertible only drive. Over 30 cars, over 30 convertibles from all ranges. The Mitsuoka, the TD2000, the Boxster, which is my favorite car, to Bobby's, of course, famous 6 Series. Yeah, it's fantastic to see so many drop the tops in Malaysia. Perfect place for it. Shout out to them. If you have a convertible, join them, or join our Penang Drive if you are in Penang.
Yep.
All right, now shout out done. Let's go into our section called Drop the Talk, the segment where I propose topics to Bing, and Bing can either choose to discuss further by dropping the talk or dropping the top, or she can keep it moving by just saying keep it up. So Bing, the first topic is Lil Nas X has released shoes with actual human blood.
Yeah, I saw that. I read that.
Drop the top or keep it moving.
Keep it moving lah. I think it's nonsense.
Second one is Ever Given, the ship has been finally dislodged, but without incurring the wrath of internet memes.
Drop the top.
Drop the top. Okay, so basically this ship, right? This 200,000 ton ship.
Yeah.
To give a scale, if you put that ship up, right, it is taller than the Empire State Building, which is one of the tallest things in the world.
Okay.
And that ship going past the Suez Canal have basically drifted, and it blocked the entire canal, which I think overall CNN and Bloomberg and all those people, those analysis, calculated, I think, a few millions in USD loss per hour because it's such a key trade route.
Yeah.
And the internet
Went
did not disappoint. went crazy with the amount of memes.
I have a favorite one. What? Do you have a
But which
favorite
one is
one?
that?
Do you have a favorite one?
My favorite one, I think my favorite one, because I watched Attack on Titan, so it's the Attack on Titan guy holding and breaking the ship. I think that's my favorite one.
My one is the spray. I don't know if you saw. You know,
The WD-40.
spray. I was like, oh my god, this is damn funny. Because that spray is like the ultimate thing.
the everything spray.
Yes, you fix everything using that spray. So when they oh my god, that was damn funny. I
That
couldn't-
was like,
it's like,
oh man, that was great too.
yeah, that was my favorite one.
And Malaysians, of course, no shortage of Myvi memes came from that. There was even one graphic where it's like, if too much Myvi on one side, remove one Myvi.
For that.
Oh man, that was great. But at least now the ship is cleared. The economy can be moving as usual.
Got it unstuck pretty fast, huh?
I think a few days, no?
I expected longer lah, but then again, I'm in Malaysia.
True.
Okay.
All right, next topic is Puro KL is now serving natural wines. Beng, do you know what natural wines are?
No. Okay, drop the talk.
Drop. Yes, hospitality. You talk about F&B. Okay, natural wines is a recent hobby of mine, coincidentally.
Isn't
it's
all
a
wine
rising
natural?
Oh, okay. So natural wine is a rising thing in the Malaysian F&B scene. It's already been a rising thing in Singapore,
Yeah.
Taiwan, Europe, and where else? Hong Kong. So like just like more cities. Then natural wines are basically wines without intervention or with minimal intervention. Intervention meaning conventional wines, right, that we've always been drinking
Mhm.
have sulfites in them. They have preservatives in them.
Mhm.
They have added yeast in them to control fermentation. They have things to control the stability of the wine at different temperatures to, of course, take care of it during logistics, during shipping, serving at different temperature. Because it's so wide, your bottles of wine can be, everywhere in the world.
Yep.
Then natural wines is like the other end of that spectrum where we basically just harvest the grapes, make the wine in a more natural way or organic way. We put it into stainless steel barrels, for example, and not the traditional conventional put it into oak barrels, where oak barrels impart a lot of flavor into the wine to manipulate the flavor.
Yep.
With sulfites for preservative and all that. So natural wine is at its core the most unprocessed wine that's safe to drink.
How much is the alcohol content?
Similar 10 to 16.
Does it
Similar.
taste? How does it taste?
It tastes okay. To give an example of a natural wine or comparison, it is like I know you're not a coffee person, but it is like conventional Starbucks coffee versus single origin coffee. It is like
Okay.
Lipton green tea versus ceremonial matcha.
Really? That good?
Yes,
Allow.
yes.
Okay.
It is very different.
Is it very expensive? Very much more.
No. Similar price.
So-
Similar price.
Is it like organic wine in a way? Like organic.
Yes, in a way it's organic wine.
But
In a way it's organic.
Similar price.
So where can I try?
Puro KL or Sitka. All right. Next topic. Malaysia apparently has sakura trees.
Has what?
Sakura trees. Trees.
Oh, no. Keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Okay, so next topic and final topic is Malaysia has 3 restaurants in Asia's best 100 restaurants.
Drop the top.
Talk. Okay, even though none of the restaurants are in the top 50, which is what they're known for, they're called Asia's 50 best restaurants.
Yeah.
but they have also a secondary list where it's like 50 to 100.
Mm.
So it's like macam yes, tapi not really there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, of course, worth a mention. We're proud to be Malaysian. Most of it is actually in Hong Kong, Taiwan, Singapore. Yeah,
Okay.
these three places, and Thailand as well. Thailand is a lot. Then Malaysia. Malaysia's number 66 on this list is Jewakan in
Oh, okay.
KL.
Mm.
Yeah, we've heard of it, but I've never eaten it before.
I know a friend who used to work there lah.
They serve Malaysian style fine dining. So like a lot of Malaysian ingredients, but presented in very traditional French techniques,
Yeah.
very traditional and meticulously plated presentation and food pairings and stuff. So it's quite interesting. Never tried before, but I would like to. Number 92 is Gun from Penang.
Never heard of it.
Tried it once. I thought it was okay. Not really my cup of tea.
What is
But
it? Like what
it's
cuisine?
also Malaysian inspired fine dining cuisine.
Okay.
Okay lor. I kind of feel like everything has laksa leaf, which is to me not the best. Yeah. But either way, they got 92 and 99 is Nado D. So this is one place I've never heard of.
Never heard about.
What is it?
I think from the name itself, I would guess.
Yes. It's Indian fine dining. I really don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, so Malaysia has 3 places in this Asia's Best 100 list, which is quite good lah. Surprising, because we are so proud of our food, but don't forget we are only proud of our street food.
That's why I was like, I expected some hawker stall to be part of the top hundreds or something.
Which makes sense.
The
What?
top one was a hawker store in Thailand.
Yeah.
J5. This auntie that's like 70 plus, 80 years old, cooking crab omelette there.
Hey,
She opens 4 to 10 eh.
Malaysia got a lot lor, but Malaysia we just don't submit for this type of championships or these listings.
Could be.
I think we got a lot of potential because Singapore also a lot, and it's in the same vein.
Singapore's taste buds very off lah.
Yeah, you guys are very off, very. You're trying too hard to be unique for no good reason.
Okay, this is how I see it. Singaporeans, their atas food is better than our atas food.
Mm-hmm.
Our street food is more authentic than their street food.
Yeah, but they're so happy about that. I mean, you want to shout out about your atas food, then you shout out about your atas food. I'm pretty sure Malaysia will be like, yeah, of course, yes, we agree.
Yeah.
But you
I
don't
want
come
them
and
to shout out about their atas food more than their street food.
Yeah, you
Their
don't-
street food is honestly just our street food but worse.
yeah, you don't come and like, oh, but our hawker food is so much better. Your hawker food is not even hawker food. It's just, ooh, let me try and mix ketchup with this. Ooh.
And then I was like, oh yeah, this is our creation, so much better. Please.
Excuse me, Singapore. Stick to your atas food.
Yeah.
But honestly, their atas food is really good.
Yes, I would agree.
All the power to them. Better than Malaysian atas food by a long shot.
Correct. Even their
A long shot.
even like PS Cafe, even like reasonably priced, good food, also I think much better than ours.
They're just restaurant quality lah. Like, yeah, restaurant food, not even fine dining, not even semi-fine dining. Restaurant quality on average is better than our restaurant quality.
Correct.
By a long shot. No contest.
So you all just stick to
Yeah.
that, okay, don't touch our hawker food, don't touch our street.
Yeah, the hawker food just leave to us, please. Come Penang. You taste the real hawker food.
Yeah, the one you should go to the stores where you can see rats by the side, cockroaches it's best.
Authentic. SS15, the Chao Fan there, the famous Chao Fan. Oh, at night you walk past, the whole floor is cockroach. The cockroach is made of floor.
There was one time I had a Hungarian boyfriend. Then he came to Malaysia. Then he was like, "There's a cat sleeping on the plates." Then I was like, "Oh yeah." Then you know the food here is good. Then he what? But there's a cat sitting on the pile of plates. Then he ate the food. Oh my god, it's so good. Okay.
That's all the time we have for this week.
Oh, very long I got a lot to edit, Stuart. Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in. Let us know if you want us to cover any other topics. Comment below if you have anything you want to share, anything you want to tell us, whatever it is, just drop us a line below. Yeah.
You heard it here first.
What?
Everything you heard it here first. It's us. Be first.
All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks, Tria.
Thank you guys. Bye bye. Take care. Cheers.